Good morning. It's a nice, crisp fall morning in Vermont. We want to show you a little bit of what it looks like to car camp. I know it's kind of how our channel started, and it's definitely the way that we get around most places. So let's show you a little bit about what a typical day looks like as we camp in our car. But first, let's make some coffee.
Thank you. Didn't know we were on a playground. We came in last night after it was dark outside, so we had no concept of what this campsite looked like. Typically we don't stay at like a campground like in the RV section, but because it is fall in Vermont, our options were limited last night. And because we're procrastinators.
Actual view is a playground right outside.
Yeah. Again, usually our campsites are more picturesque. Hopefully tonight's will be.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're gonna drink this coffee and then start breaking down camp because we have somewhere to be.
Yeah. Luckily for us, breakdown is super simple. I don't know why I went like this.
Let there be light.
So realistically, I could go up to the bathroom and change, but I usually just change under the blankets in the car. Mostly because then I don't have to cart a bunch of stuff to the bathroom. But if I'm being completely honest, it's because I'm cold in the mornings and I don't want to get out until I am already changed for the day. I don't have a very robust makeup routine, but I do have a little bit of skincare and makeup that I do in the mornings, usually as we're pulling out or if I'm waiting on Phil, if he's in the bathroom like right now. These other campsites are so nice. They're like in all the fall foliage. Somehow we were put on the playground. Let's hit the road. Phil wanted me to film him driving away. So now I'm getting into the car. All right, we're headed to Burlington, Vermont to eat at one of my favorite restaurants from our travels, the Grey Jay. But we filmed it in our fall road trip video last year, and we're basically recreating that same trip. So we're not really taking you along on doing all of the same things that we did last year, but we thought it'd be fun to do like a little day in the life SUV camping, since we just don't necessarily focus on that on our channel as much anymore.
Yeah, we definitely use car camping as like a means to an end, and so we just love exploring, and this is the way that we do it.
We save money by not staying in hotels as much so that we can eat a bunch of good food, like at places like the Grey Jay.
What'd you think of the Grey Jay?
I love the Grey Jay. It was so delicious. But I need some more coffee for our road trip. So we're gonna head to Onyx Tonics because we like do the same thing when we're in Burlington. We go to the Grey Jay and we get a coffee at Onyx Tonics because it makes for a perfect morning.
Let's go get some cheese.
Yes! My hat kind of got hit on the way in. It's a little askew now. But I am ready for some cheese. The Cabot store in Waterbury, Vermont is like my favorite thing ever.
It's calling our names.
So realistically, a lot of the time in the car is spent with me being like this because I'm looking up our campgrounds that we're going to stay at or where we're going to eat dinner. And both of us had maple creamies for breakfast yesterday.
Which is definitely like breakfast of champions.
Which is honestly just like a soft serve, like super creamy ice cream made with Vermont maple. And we really want them again today. And so I was looking up like good ones close to the Cabot store that we're going to in Waterbury. And I found one that is like just a couple minutes up the road at Red Hen Baking Company. And everybody says that they have amazing waffle cones that are homemade, but it's only open until 3 and I'm a little worried about timing. So we're gonna go there instead and then go and get some cheese. Got our afternoon maple creamies this time. Unfortunately, the pumpkin spice was sold out and so is the maple dust, but we still got the homemade cones, which is what we hear they are known for. Do you like maple flavored things?
Absolutely. And this is a perfect place for it.
Okay, now we're actually going to get cheese unless I come up with another stop in the next 5 minutes. Again, one of my favorite places because we haven't had enough dairy yet.
I think it's safe to say that Cabot Creamery is one of our favorite places. I mean, who can resist tables of delicious samples and sweet maple syrup? It's no wonder people flock from all over to visit this cheese lover's paradise.
Oh, there's more over here. Sample number 8. White oak. I haven't had that one.
It's a habanero.
Spicy.
And it's kicking. And of course, we wander all over the store looking at all the things we want to buy, but we're just going to settle on this block of Alpine cheddar. It's so good.
I'm excited. Let's go put it in our little cooler. So Phil had this genius idea of turning this into a cooler. So we're going to get a little bit of ice, put it in here, and then put our bar of cheese in. So let me make sure it fits. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's a Yeti cooler without paying like $800.
So there at Cabot, I definitely got a little overwhelmed because surprisingly enough, Stowe is a very popular place in Vermont, especially in October. And so it was packed inside the Cabot store. And we got to try all the cheeses and everything, but there were all kinds of people. They're mingling around inside the store and in the parking lot. And then we were trying to film and I just got super overwhelmed. And then as we were getting back in the car, at some point I lost the magnet for my mic, which is just like, I don't know, it kind of capped off what felt like a very overwhelming experience at Cabot. I am excited to eat the cheese, of course, because it's delicious, but do you ever just have that moment where you just like need to come down from how many people were surrounding you? Like people were touching my backpack, they were cutting in front of us, they were like bumping shoulders with people because it's a super popular place, but glad to be back on the road again.
Yeah, I feel like people think like because we really love traveling and we like meeting new people and having all of these experiences, that we don't get overwhelmed, or we don't have like anxieties when it comes to like flying or like staying certain places and stuff. And the reality is that we do get overwhelmed, and we do have stressful moments and stressful experiences and get anxious about doing certain things. We just try to figure out ways to kind of help mitigate that and also work through it. And like, we still do things anyway. So yeah, these are definitely the pieces that we don't necessarily film as much, because you don't exactly want to pick up a camera. Like, after we left the Cabot store, I said to Phil, like, do you want to film? Do you want to talk about it? And he was like, I need a minute. I need to come down from this. So those aren't the moments that we like necessarily want to pick up the camera, but it is the reality of the experience. Like, we've had such a good trip here so far, but there are some stressful times and some stressful experiences, and sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't work out super well, and we just move past it. And that is the reality of SUV camping, and I really think life in general, honestly, any type of travel. But even if you're staying at home, there's still stressors that come up that you have to navigate. Anyway, on that note, we are about to do something that I'm really excited about, because we accidentally did it a couple of days ago. And that is take a ferry across Lake Champlain from Vermont, this time, back to New York. On our way to Vermont, we were very surprised to find that the GPS had routed us directly to the water's edge. But as soon as we saw the views on the Lake Champlain ferry, we were not complaining. The 30-minute boat ride cost us about $18 for 2 people in a vehicle, but it offered gorgeous views of New York's Adirondack Mountains, as well as beautiful views of the Vermont coast. We knew we had to take it on the way home, too.
It's a bit windy. Just a bit.
Welcome to New York.
Welcome to New York. To the Adirondacks. And in case you're wondering what it's like to actually be on the road with us, here's behind the scenes of how we spend most of our time.
And what you know?
Welcome to Armchair Anonymous.
Okay, what is your Rushmore of places you would live in December? All in all, I love SUV camping. It's been great. We have been doing it now. It's getting close to 3 years, which is wild, since we built out our camper. It's been an awesome couple of years. We've taken this SUV all over the United States and into Canada, and it's been really cool. We've gotten to see and do so many things that we honestly would have been limited with if we had to buy hotel rooms every night. Yeah, so we're very thankful for our camper RAV that has taken us all over. All right, so we made it to our campsite for the evening, so we're going to get the car ready, which will take like a few seconds, and then we're going to check out the bathhouse, shower, and then make some tea so that we can settle in and watch a spooky movie, because camping in the woods isn't already spooky enough. We have to ring in October the right way. All right, I just showered. The shower was cold. I shouldn't say it was cold. It was like lukewarm, but it took a long time to get to lukewarm, and it's so cold outside, so there's lots of cold air. So unless like any part that wasn't directly under the stream was pretty cold. But we'll see how Phil's is. Hopefully his shower is nice and warm, and it was just either my shower or a fluke thing, or I warmed up the hot water heater. I don't know. We'll see. How was it?
That was fine. I couldn't tell if the water was getting warmer or if I was just getting used to the cold.
Probably getting used to the cold. Shall we do some tea and a movie?
That sounds great. Good night.
Good night.
but I think I need to pee.